channel. Today we are mounting the new front end for the 2010 Camaro, the next bad influence on here. This is a VFN front end. There is some stuff you have to modify. Al, go ahead and talk to us and show us what you've been doing.
Okay, so when it comes in too long. Okay, so you have to trim it down to fit your wheelbase. Make sure that the body lines are level. Make sure that your wheels are centered in there. Get everything cut so you've got a good door gap going down.
The next thing we're going to do is on the front right, let's get in here right here, there's going to be, basically it looks like a little fork that comes out like this. It's a lot nicer than my fingers, but it goes like this, and there is a bar that then comes into it like that. So we are going to get those on, and then we have to make all of the bars and supports, so when you put the front end on, it will come into here. Alright guys, so I am actually under the car right now. I'm going to show you kind of what we built for a tree here, how it kind of works. I'll wiggle out and show you what the outside looks like right now, and go from there. So we have a bar that runs across, and we welded, they're tacked on right now, but the adjustable brackets, those are a Rick Jones RJ Quick Quartermax bracket and install kit. And then we have our 3 on each side. Those are plates, and what we did is those are drilled and clecoed through from the outside, and as you can see, the fiberglass has been roughed up on there. So what will happen is we will use a panel bond and panel bond those on there using the clecos to hold them on, and then we put a bit of fiberglass over that. It's a very small amount, but it makes it nice and smooth on there and holds everything on. So the trees come down to here. This will go out for powder coat and get powder coated. And then we will finish welding on the brackets there. So now outside of the car, all of those plates that were up in there being held on with the clecos we were talking about, that we weld all the triple trees, or the trees to, on there, it looks like this. So we take and we get everything kind of centered inside, and we will just put 2 clecos in. That way when we put panel bond underneath it, we can use these. It will hold it tight, and then it'll set overnight. So we've got those. We measure everything so they're even on both sides, so that way distribution is the same for weight as it's trying to hold the front end on. As you can see on this side, we do not have the tree built, but we have those panels on there getting ready. So we can show a before. That's mounting the front end, and then once we get this on there, we will work tomorrow, which will be Sunday, on making mounts to hold the rear here on, because right now there's nothing holding that on. So we're gonna get back to it, and then we'll show you when we're done, and we'll pick back up tomorrow with mounting the rear of it. Morning after we got the front end kind of mounted, glued in, we've got all the pieces in. As you can see, we have the Dzus off on there, and underneath, here's our after, we have all of that on. So that is panel bond on there. It is kind of ugly stuff, but it is really, really strong. So all that will kind of get sanded a little bit, and then we'll throw some paint over it, and if needed, we can actually lay fiberglass on top of it. So we've got all of those on there. Like up top there will definitely get sanded down to make it look good. But right now we are getting, we have them around here. Here they are. These are our Dzus panels. Now, I've been welding on these this morning already. So this is a kit from, is this a Quartermax kit?
Quartermax kit.
Quartermax. That's Rick Jones Quartermax. They're out of Galesburg, Illinois. What we have there is, it's a pre-bent deal, and then you have to bend everything to fit. So this, we'll get underneath here, is meant to fit just like that. So that'll get welded to the body like that. We have these here, and then the Dzus will come through like so. So we have drilled the holes already, and Al is going to, we'll set this up, and he'll show you how he puts the actual Dzus springs in here, and then we will get everything mounted on there. So follow along here. We'll do a quick how-to for some Dzus and give you guys some information. Right. So Al is getting ready to put in the actual, these are the springs or the backers for a Dzus. Al, what are you using to hold those in?
1/8" rivets, 1/8" pop rivets to hold these in. Now when I get to the Dzus on the actual car, I won't be using pop rivets. I'll be using a solid rivet that I will hand buck in, or use my bucking tool that I have for it. These are the Dzuses, but what will happen is if you use a pop rivet on here, the pop rivet will go through and try to match up to this, and it won't sit right. These block the holes here, so you have to use a smash rivet on these in order to get nice solid contact between your panel and here.
Okay, well, once you get another rivet in there, we'll show how kind of for some people who've never seen quarter turns or used quarter turns, how those kind of work. So
basically, you're going to have this affixed to the actual fiberglass on the front end, and this will pop out. So when you take and you put your front end back on, this will go in. It'll match up with that. It'll quarter turn on, and it will hold your panel in place.
So go ahead and give us a turn there while showing the back like that. So,
and this is to
it actually, so it goes through the wire, and then that's how it's actually holding on. So if you have never seen how those work, there you go.
If you can see on the back side here, there's a little bit of a hook in there, so it doesn't just come down. It actually hooks in and holds it. You'll actually feel a little bit of a twist when you take them back off.
We're back. We have those brackets actually already welded on. I'm going to show you everything there. And then the front end's mounted. We've got it done. It's not too bad. About 2 days worth of work on here. We came in, we set the front end in on the car on Friday night before we went home, just to let it kind of warm up. It was sitting out in the cold storage trailer for the winter. And then we came in Saturday. We put in a full day Saturday and about a half day here on Sunday. So let's show you this. There is the front end. Looks like a race car. So we've got it on there. As you can see, there's nothing holding it on underneath. We do have a little bit of a mess to clean up, but that's there. The next step is going to be fitting the hood on there. The hood's sitting right over here, and we will probably do that this week or maybe next weekend. So as you can see here, we'll wipe down some fiberglass dust on there, on top of each other, and then here. So this whole front end, it's nice and sturdy on there, with the front on here. This underneath, now everything's kind of tacked in there. So we have our pieces welded in. As you can see, there's just a tack weld here. There's a tack holding it on there. Same up there. There's a small tack with the MIG welder and tacks there. What we'll do is we'll take this front end off, and we'll come back with the TIG welder and TIG weld all of that on there to make sure that it's a good solid weld. Those are chromoly bars on there, and those go to the Docol chassis, which you can MIG weld to the Docol, the R8 Docol, but we like to TIG it. It looks a lot better than the MIG weld on there, so we're going to do that. So same on this side over here for the driver's side. Got everything on there. Nice couple of tacks on there. And like I said, there's some fiberglass dust, but all it's holding it on, we've got 2 and 2. And it's good to go. This whole thing is nice and sturdy. So there you are. That's how we do an install on a front end. This is, I want to say, probably the third front end we've done for our race cars. We had to remount a front end for our first Camaro. That's now in Ohio. And then last year's car, we had to do a whole front end on there, and now this year's car, doing this one. So we've done quite a few of them. We've actually done a couple for some customers as well. So I'd say we've done probably about a half a dozen different front end installs, and that's it right there. So thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. I wanted to show you a couple of things. A few episodes back, we talked about some safety equipment and safety gear on there, sending out seatbelts to be redone or replacing your seatbelts. We just got ours back. If you remember, I sent them in a not impact box. We got it back from Impact on there. Kind of an opening for you. So open them up. They're going to have your bill inside there. Has all of your stuff on that. And all nicely redone, new webbing and everything on here. One of the really cool things I did shouldn't say a long time ago, but a while ago, because I've sent these belts in a few times, is I was curious if they just send you a new set of belts and just, you know, do whatever on there. They actually do reuse all of your steel. I actually engraved my initials on there, if you can see. Hopefully that focuses in right there. GS, obviously Greg Schmidt for my initials there, but I engraved them on there because I was curious to see, do I actually get my steels, you know, pieces back, or do they just go, okay, send you a new set and we'll just put these in something else on there? Nope, they actually do re-web everything and give you all of your stuff back. So really cool there. Thank you again for watching. Thanks for watching along as we do the front end install on here. It was a lot of fun and a lot of welding and burns. I had to lay on my back a whole bunch, and I just didn't like that. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, ring the bell, do all of that. We are super close to our 100 subscribers. I really want to do a giveaway. I like doing giveaways because everybody kind of has fun with those. So make sure you do that. Help us hit that 100, and watch for the next video. Should be coming out shortly.